For your agency, Navitas is probably quite a complex organization with over 100 colleges around the world and over 1,000 courses on offer. How do you effectively train your counselors and sales staff to sell more Navitas courses when there is already so much to learn about so many different products? This short video will present 3 different techniques for selling Navitas courses. These techniques are not intended to replace your current approach to convincing students to study with Navitas, but we hope they will help you and the staff at your agency think in different ways when it comes to selling Navitas. The first technique we want to talk about today is telling stories. Every student who comes through your agency has a story to tell about why they wanted to study overseas, about how they got the opportunity to study overseas, about the sacrifices their family made to ensure they could study overseas. Some of the stories behind each of your students are inspirational, but so too are some of the stories that students tell after they have studied with Navitas, after they have graduated and have started working. Are you still in contact with any of the students who enrolled to study with Navitas through your agency a few years ago? Students who are now working in successful careers back home or overseas. How could you use these students to build stories for future students? Remember, facts tell, but stories sell. A compelling story can completely change a person's opinion. When buying things, we are all more likely to allow our emotions to dictate what we finally buy than our logical thought processes. So a student considering Navitas College is more likely to respond to stories about students who have studied with Navitas than to cold facts and figures about Navitas colleges. Every college and university talks about quality and rankings and great teachers, but this sort of information rarely moves people to act. A well-told story, on the other hand, can be a very compelling sales tool. Next time you are selling a Navitas course, try to tell a story about a former student who succeeded with Navitas, a student like the student who is sitting in front of you, who is where they are today because they chose a Navitas college.